This is Michael O'Varhola, and I'm currently exploring the James Curry Nature Center near Canyon Lake in the western half of Comal County, Texas. And I'm out here in part because I'm working on my weekly Canyon Lake piece for the New Braunfels Herald Zeitung newspaper, for which I'm a contributor. And this is kind of a neat little site. It's built on, I think, 54 acres that were donated to the county by Dr. James Curry in December of 2013. So it hasn't been open for very long. And based on what it looks like today, November 9th, a Wednesday, a weekday, it doesn't get a lot of traffic during the week, but it could, of course, look a lot different on the weekend. And I don't know if it's obvious, but I'm moving down a hill right now. So there's a lot of elevation here. I think there's supposed to be 160 feet of deviation in the elevation here. Kind of seems like more. And there's a little 0.2 mile spur leading down to a loop, and then a 0.7 mile loop. So anyone who wanted to walk the whole thing once would be walking 0.9 miles. And I suspect there are people who probably come here and do their morning walks or runs here. And I think one thing that makes this kind of a cool little site is that so much of Texas Hill Country is in private ownership. And you'll drive along these roads and you'll see these intriguing little valleys within valleys. And because there are barbed wire fences up in front of them, you're not able to actually explore them at all. So having a site like this, based on a generous donation, is kind of cool, even for people who live here, especially cool for people who don't live here and want to be able to explore hill country a little bit, but even for people who do live here and see a lot of what they might want to explore sort of blocked off. So I'm just giving the loop a once over today. I expect I'll probably come back here and explore a little more sometime in the future. Looks like there are a bunch of little side trails heading off in any given direction. Eventually they're all going to run into the fences that do block off this nature center from private property that surrounds it. But there aren't any signs or guidelines that I've seen so far preventing exploration off the main trail. So that might be kind of fun, especially for people who are looking for something to do with kids that are visiting, etc., etc. Here I am coming around what is probably the bottom of the spur. And as you can see, I've got a bit of a walk ahead of me. So last thing I want to be doing is breathing heavily while I'm headed back up the last half of this walk. So hopefully you've enjoyed walking part of it with me, and maybe you'll get a chance to come out and explore it yourself sometime.